Hello peeps. Some of you have expressed interest in the Fancy Guitar Company. That is my little hobby that I started. So I'm bowing to pressure. I'm going to show you some of my wares, I guess you would call them. This is my newest guitar. This is the 8th guitar I've built since January 1st, I guess. I started doing this stuff. This is made with a Cohiba cigar box. You can see it still has the smoker's warning. My playing is probably as bad for you as the tobacco warning, so I'll try not to play too much here because these may be fancy guitars, but my playing is not fancy. So this is the Cohiba. I guess since it's plugged in, I can just play it a little bit. It's plugged in my Fender amp over there. Actually, here's what it sounds like first. Sounds kind of like an unamplified guitar. That's a little Weezer song in case you didn't know. So here we go. Here's what it sounds like plugged in. Oh boy, my playing is not fancy. So you can see it's got a nice sounds a little stratty to me, even though it's just a piezo. This is probably my third guitar I think I ever made. My Silverdale. This one also has a piezo. It's got a volume control. It's fancy. I don't ever use my volume control, so I didn't put it in the third one. So you can see this is a Silverdale box. 4 strings. I use a wood burning tool to get that branding. I literally have my brand is now branded into my instruments. This guy, I like this guy. I think this guy is tuned to some kind of open G, and it's cool because every time you make one of these things, there's like a song that sort of comes out. This is the song that came out of this one. Honestly, by itself, I call it the Silverdale Blues. Screwed up. So you can hear that sounds a little different than the other box. It's smaller, and but if you plug it in, Silverdale. Alright, this guitar is the second guitar I made, actually. This is one of my earliest attempts. I probably finished this in January. This one I actually, you see the headstock's a little bit different. It's experimenting a little bit. This one I actually bought the neck on eBay for like 30 bucks, but I drilled all this stuff and I put the cheap tuners and stuff on there. It was fretted already, so I had the neck and I just had to put the box together. And the cool thing about this guitar that I really like a lot is this box is actually a box that I buy at Michael's, the craft store. You can get one of these boxes for like $5, and then I stain it, and you know, you can do all kinds of cool stuff with it. So I like it because I want to make a guitar that I can, you know, reproduce in quantity. I could just buy these same boxes and make them like that, and if you don't like cigars, you're not going to advertise cigars. Let's see. Oh yeah, the other thing you probably noticed, there's only 3 strings on this guitar. This is one of the simpler guitars I'm trying to make some of these guitars that are easier for people that don't know how to play any kind of instrument. I figure 3 strings is a lot easier to learn than 6 strings. So this one's tuned to an open G tuning. This one's cool because you can hear it sounds a lot like a banjo. So if you want to play like Norwegian Wood or something, let's see. Oops. If somebody knows how to play that, kindly come and teach it to me. It's nice though. You can just sort of noodle it. I know I should be spending more time actually practicing guitar than making them. Oh yeah, this is also so early there's no fancy guitar on my head, on the neck. So it's a very collectible item, I'm sure. This guy is number 4. I started to put serial numbers on them at this point. This guy, again, you'll notice about this guy is it's 3 strings, right? It's number 4. It's got the same box that I bought at Michael's. A little bit of purplish stain on it. Usually these are blank looking. But the thing you really will notice if you're a very observant person is you can see that some of the frets are missing. See, there's no fret there, and there's no fret there, and there's no fret there. The reason for this is we took out all the bad notes. This is a guitar that has no bad notes. So, you know, you'd think you'd be able to charge more for that, having no bad notes. So this, I could watch this. Oh, this is also a G, tuned to G, open G. See, I could play it on this one. Ah, no I can't. On the end. So this is some people call these dulcitars because it has a dulcimer scale, but this is the kind of instrument that I'm hoping people will like because, as I said, it's very simple to play. I mean, it's an open tuning. You really can't really mess up on it. It just sounds good. Even if you're not playing anything, you know, you can just sort of get all new agey. Again, Fancy Guitar Company. Fancy Guitar Company. How do you explain this guitar? Well, this guitar is the artsy hang on your wall model. It's not necessarily even for somebody that plays a guitar. This is the first guitar I made, and Hallie, my daughter, painted. This is another Michael's box, but she painted the Pokemon characters all over it. And I said, a guitar that's artwork. That's kind of an interesting idea. So I might make guitars that are not even made to be played, or they're made to be played, but they're also made to, you know, hang, not on your window, but hang somewhere up on your wall, and you can just take it down, and it's art, and it's music, and it's everything that I like. I don't even think this is in tune. Yeah, it sounds really bad right now. But you can see the possibilities for these things. It's art, it's a guitar, it's handmade, and it's Pokemon. Well, guess that's it. I'm back to this guitar again. That's it for now. You wanted to hear what they sounded like. I could probably make them sound better if I played better and if I sort of fussed around with, you know, my amplifier and stuff like that. But that's it. Fancy Guitars, Fancy Guitar Company. I got the URL, fancyguitar.com, but I don't have anything there yet, so don't bother going there. And I'll just leave you with this.